Alright, hello and welcome back to some Heroes of Might and Magic 3 PvP. This is going to be on Hoda. We're going to be doing some Jebus Cross with Meridian again. And we're going to be tower against conflicts. Of course, we're going to be having some turns to 1-3-1 in case we go that long. And as this is just the regular Jebus template. Yep. Alright, so we should be good here. It's not going to be any restarts, I believe. Just playing out the first and only game, I believe. Alright. This time, since we're tower, we're just going to do good old Piquitrum. Good old Piquitrum. Never did anyone any harm. Didn't get him though. It's an interesting fight already. With how this goes. Okay. Since we are tower on Jebus, we should have access to magic lamps now. But of course we have to find those magic lamps. And that is the problem here. Who do we want to fight here? Or fight with here? Got Death Ripple, which is or not Death Ripple, but Destroy Undead immunity, which isn't that great. I suppose it's sufficient for now. I mean, Dessa is so far best now. She has 2 attack. Problem is she might get attack and defense. I mean, actually that's what we would want more of, because we don't want to necessarily have too much power and knowledge. We just have to have enough when we enter the desert. Okay. You have shield? Oh, you have stone skin. He has shield. Okay, so let's just do this fight with Mr. Theodorus here. Not like that. Try and conserve these guys. Should I add one more just for kiting? Probably not kiting, but just as a sacrifice. Yeah, probably overcomplicated this. Oh wow, okay. Oh, he's more than likely dead. I suppose this has guarantee that we get this artifact early. Would have been bad if they got morale there. So what do we do with this? So we don't have a mage guild built first now. I suppose we just focus on getting materials and whatnot first. Maybe cycle through. Yeah, just give me all that stuff for now. There's a crypt over here. Actually, you probably need to scout that just to see how large it is. See if it's worth going back to. Ooh, Alishar. Oh, wow. Okay. The intelligence is nerfed in Hoda. Instead of 100%, expert is 50%. Still Alishar intelligence specialty though, so. Actually, I just don't want you to have the Walking Dead, really. Oh, we'll let you have the Gargle anyway. Stay on the road for the most part. See if we can get to our side towns. We do have the fork in the road here, so there's gonna be another fork probably on the north side. Yeah, that's amazing, really. I'll keep you in for now. Actually, we don't have money now. Actually, let's not worry about this whole main thing yet. Just collect all the money in the world. Get as many of the scouts as we can. Neela armor specialty. Oh, Alishar is still relatively nearby here. To that 4th level protected by Gogs only. It's probably going to be on the higher end of lots. Okay. Yeah, keep going. Let's see if this is slow. This magic arrow is just actually nice. I just need to see what those gloves are guarded by. Okay, got a Hydra block. That is very good if we can secure slow. Because those are the slowest units for tier 6 and 7. At least I can't come up with any that are slower than Hydras in my mind. Unfortunately, there was no gold quite yet. There's gold there, so I guess we'll pick that up for now. Sure. Slayer. So either we're going with Dessa or Alishar right now. Alishar I don't really want to go with because he is a Rampart hero. Which means he'll probably only get like air or water, which isn't something I really want. At least that's what I believe at the top of my head. It's a good thing we didn't buy all these gargoyles though. I got an extra shooter. Yeah, go ahead with this. Sulfur? I don't think we need sulfur. 7. We have 7 sulfur. Okay, good. We might have some overlap here, but it's a good thing we're heading down to Crypt now. Alishar, what are you going to be doing, Alishar? I can send Dessa to that learning stone. Could probably... I think we secured those first, though. Although we don't need Dessa to go there. So we'll be at 7 here. heroes, no money. In the process of getting a side town. She did have the gargoyle rights, yes, okay. Yeah, I'm just contemplating next move. There's gold there as well. I haven't even moved the main hero out, so I suppose I should just do that. Ugh. Wish I could not have Vein Tavern. Okay. Yeah, I'll just have an assortment of 1 stacks in our town. I mean, ideally we would not move too far away. Yeah, let's go for this then. Let's keep 2 gargoyles in town. And we'll just give the rest off for now. So what do you start with again? Stone skin. I don't think we'll need that, but we'll send the stone golems forward instead here. Oh, there's the magic lamp. We're looking for with a ring of suppression. Ring of suppression giving -1 morale to enemy troops is very nice. I have a feeling that this will hurt, so I'll just do this. Send them forward anyway. That didn't matter, I don't care. Let's just go with the highest stack. Protect our master weapons. Okay, that's fine for the movement. It's not too much more movement because this has been decreased by 33% from 300 to 200 movement points, but it is still 4 tiles on the stone road, so over time that adds up. It's a hive, okay. So you're gonna have not that much movement anyway though because of stone golems, but I guess that's something we'll live with. We'll just live with that for now. We didn't see. Okay. So that's gonna be a second highest crypt. We have another workshop here as well, but we'll pick that up for somebody else. Or will we? Sneelant probably wants to give us gold. Say. That is nice. That is blocked, actually. Thanks. Thank you so much, Card of Lumber. You made my decision for me. Yeah, we're not going to be able to reach anyway. Elishar. You could probably go back. We're going to need a mage guild regardless because of mage tower. Yeah, we'll get an Elishar spellbook. Gonna have to research slow, so we're gonna need more sulfur after all. Let's see what our side town is looking like. I really want to pick up that gold. But I know that's gonna cost a lot. Yeah, let's just pass for now. We're like a few steps away. Another crypt though. Not that I'm gonna be able to get it with Vitamina. Or Vidomina if you wish. Lumber. Let's see here, right? If we're going for Cloud Temple week 1. We don't actually need Mage Tower, do we? We need to get everything except Mage Tower. But I just, you know, I just don't want to get that Mage Guild anyway, just to see what the spells were. Maybe secure Albert as well. Or would it just be Magnus for now? Magnus the my guy. There's gonna be some overlapping here again, but oh well. Ooh, lots of spell scrolls. Actually, we didn't see how many air alleys that was. 10 to 19 doesn't sound that bad, though. Probably shouldn't have wasted these 3 movements. It'd probably be a lot easier if I had the cloak, or not the cloak, the spell points. But they would only... Yeah, okay, we'll think about that some more before we do that. Crystal, something we need, so... we will end up getting it when I get that workshop later. Elishar. Scout out this area. There's another box there as well. We do have enough for another hero. There's another ancient lamp, but it's guarded by evil eyes, so that's probably going to be the second lamp we get. The first one being the air alley one. I'll just secure these guys. Another hive monks. Lizard warriors. Hives are not that great here though, due to the snow. But they will be fodder. Not necessarily for the hydras, but more for the rest of the desert. Get more crystal. Scout out this area. Mixed warrior. Alternative. Can still pass through here, so we'll see what that box is guarded by. Do have one more scout that we can get. Probably move here. Okay. Just keep going. Get the wood and the gold. Do have a prison. I think I'll play the air alley 5 on the safer side. We're not gonna get the 1,000 experience from there just yet. Not that it's necessarily worth doing that if we're gonna go for the early fight. Well, see, they have... It's quite a lot of health for just our Master Gremlins to deal with. Which is the issue. So, I'm assuming this would be more on the higher side as well. We also don't have the money for those Master Genies. No, I think it's just Genies. Could be wrong. So I think best case we just go... Yeah, let's just go back for now. Get some unnecessary spell points, but just the spells really. Logistics is nice. I think Ownager would be stronger though. Since we only got mostly mages too. Should have, let's just find out what this box is instead. Since Ownager's already over there. Yeah, that's not great. It's not the greatest use of this turn, but it'll suffice. It's 40 damage, so it's at least one air alley. Alright, and then we'll take a short break here. Just before Meridian finishes his turn. Alright, we are back. Of the third day of week 1. I looked a bit around the map, saw that both our highs are actually guarded by the ranged troops there, so it's not going to be ideal for our Master Gremlins to break through. So hopefully we have enough genies. Oh, I should have done that. Offensive. Pretty much, that's the only thing. And it's blocked. How unfortunate. Okay, so yeah, this has to come up there. Just move our scouts first. Ooh. Actually, who had the skull helmet again? Hela has a skull helmet. Right. Okay. It's 3 attack and 3 defense from Dendroid soldiers, so that should be an easy fight as well. We'll make a detour for that helmet. Probably should have done that the turn before. Well, Hela didn't have any movement the turn before anyway. Would have less gold in that case as well. Gold factory. This is, wow, line on the floor. How can I not pass through there? What? Okay, I guess this is 2x2, alright. Very well. Maybe when we're going back. Not sure. Don't really want those gremlins to slow me down. And how long can get instead? Already gonna support Dessa. Yeah, that's problematic again. It's more crystal. Dessa has to go northwest. Okay. Precision on the floor. So there's level 2 spells around the tower area, I guess. Did not know that. Must have been either a recent change to tower or just to buff it or something along those lines, probably. Not bad at all. See, Garaz, it's definitely just some regular town because Complex is Highland terrain now. Necklace of Swiftness is interesting. There's just a bunch of mansions, man. How inviolable. Got Curse again. Enchanters. Or, sorceresses, sorry. Demon's Horseshoe is interesting. Sharpshooters. We would need Master Genies. Send Ownager back for now. Since Dessa's going here and then going back up, it doesn't. How much movement is this? And that's just. Can Howland actually go to the spots? Because this is gonna be whatever here, and then from there it's gonna be pick up 200, 200, and then yeah, back to here. You can't actually get to that spot. Okay. Yeah, they split up a lot. Yeah, they do have 25 HP. I was a bit. I thought they would have more like 20 or 15 for whatever reason when I was contemplating this. But I also thought they would have 25, so I was like debating whether or not those were the correct HP values. Oh yeah, you do enough damage when they're split like this. So I also was thinking that there would be like one whole stack or 2 stacks. They split into 4 here. Nice. It's probably gonna kill the cargo anyway. It's the power of air alleys. We're faster? Question mark. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine. that loss. Because I was trying. So it would have been Gargoyle Air Ellie, and I mistook that. Either way, we have our Master Genies. They are Master Genies, okay. That is very strong for what was guarding it, to be honest. But it's also not Genies from Hom 2, so. Or they would just give them out for free. You actually could go further than what I was expecting. Let's save your movement now. It's the fun part about Tower now is that we get magic lamps. Alright, so this arena would be nice to get. There's another +4 flail. +4 attack, flail, and box, guarded by Freet. Or Freedy. There's another magic lamp down there. I'm gonna go for the Evil Eyes because they would likely have less damage than Lizard Warriors. It's probably still gonna be about the same. There's probably more Evil Eyes and less Lizard Warriors here, but the Lizard Warriors are not closer to the road, so we'll just go for the Evil Eyes next. And we might do this fight as well. We're actually running out of gargoyles though. So we get another, what was it? It was 6 Master Genies from that lamp, but it's probably a variation from like 3 to 6. Possibly. If it's just like the Helm 2 magic lamp. So, if we have just 9 Master Genies for this fight, I think we'll be fine. Can we, like, not do the Inferno, please? Can we not do Inferno music right now? It's so in your face and not fitting for the snow theme. Yeah, we do have some overlap though, because we have the +3 sword. Black Shard of the Dread Knight? Black Knight? Dead Knight? Okay. Black Stone of the Dead Knight, alright. We also have this gold mine that we want to get as well. Unblock this. So Vokyle will probably just take Dessa's troops. Hopefully. I don't know if... So this move is 2300. A lot of it's gonna be just this. I would say like 1700 roughly, maybe even more. It gives us a trading post, gives us more Master Genies. Problem is, Evil Eyes have no melee penalty, if I am correct. They zap, you know, paralyze their foes, but thankfully not really do that. Yeah, I think Vokyle goes back. And then once Vokyle gets a side down, oh, I mean, how long? I don't have that much movement either. Mila, 1700. Well, this is a conundrum between these 4 heroes. resources there unless it goes further in. Which, who knows? This looks like it still goes in further though. But either way, we'll make another break here while we wait for Meridian to finish his turn. Alright, we are back. It was a couple seconds after I stopped the recording there, so not the best timing on my part, but we are contemplating what to do with the 4 years up here, so we'll move them last. Gems are always appreciated. We got another crown of the Supreme Magi. Is that a black market here? Okay. So this does go in further. There's a graveyard there, but it's just too far away. I think at this point we may as well go for that workshop. Gems, nice. This would be nice too. You have, no. I don't think we would have enough time anyway. Not enough HP on Vitamina. I'll go with Town Hall. Okay, I don't need that. So... yeah, I don't feel great about that Town Hall right now. Don't have quite as much money as I would like. This and the chest over there would be very helpful. A crypt here as well is useful. Probably could be done with a scout here at this point with just the Master Genies. Well, assuming it's not max. This was last. Elishar. Sure, we're lacking sulfur, so we may as well get it now. I'm afraid you're just gonna be doing nothing, really. Just getting more resources. And we're like getting the resources because of that trading post. Okay. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't remember what that does. I'll be honest here. Probably will look it up after the end of the next, or this turn. What does Vitamina do? Just get this crystal and then go back a little bit. Okay, what are we doing here? Well, I mean, even if it's Town Portal, is like level 4 spells. I guess Chain Lightning would be nice. Meteor Shower. Clone. I think Clone is level 4. Clone would be very interesting. Now that we have water magic, but it'd be nice to have if we get Titans. Our dilemma right now is that we don't have enough fodder to just throw away. Because we didn't mean to have her stuff here. And transporting all that stuff back would be problematic. Or it would just take a lot of turns on a hero. Or a few turns on a few heroes. Yeah, you're just gonna get out of the way, then Dessa will come here. How long will trade? Give you everything. Then I will send Helen. That is... okay, that was an interesting delay on that. Okay. I was like, I just traded everything. What do you mean? Helen will go back, because he'll be doing some reinforcing. That is expensive. 4k into 9k gold. We do have enough resources, though. We're gonna be somewhat starved for wood and ore next week, though. As we do not have a sawmill or a ore pit flagged. Sulfur we don't really need. It's an excess right now. How much is this? Oh, it wasn't even close to that much. Well, actually... yeah, it's more like 1,500, okay. Good to know. Oh, the slurring stone as well. I kind of like advanced logistics. Easy. Alright. We won the 50-50, boys. So now this is going to be 1,500, or actually more than that. Which means Kyle's not going to be able to do anything right now. So we'll just collect gold with you for now. Ah, that's brutal. 1 gem. Have to be relatively nearby just so we can break that. Well, movement, man. Movement is painful here. So this is gonna make us lose our Master Gremlins if we don't reach. Which we won't reach for 1 turn. Which means, I don't know, probably like 15 die first turn. If, maybe even more than that. So we got defense, rough, okay. It's not what we want. We want attack, spell power, knowledge. Dendroids. Dendroids are probably weak too. We really, I really don't have a lot of options because so there's still that 3rd magic lamp. There's still 2 hives. That's blocked, and I can't get more information unless I want to move it up there, which I wanted to move her over here instead. Got that box, which is juicy. Juiciest on the closest compared to the rest. So probably Dendroids into the free, and then maybe breaking. But considering how slow we're getting levels right now, that might be rough. Yeah, you're gonna be slow next turn too. Just what are the stone gnomes gonna gonna have 7 on the gargoyles, so they reach the cross. Alright, let's just get these stone golems out of here, actually. Do something like this. Rest in peace, Master Gremlins. Not ideal, but can't really do anything about it. Ah, crap, okay. I'm gonna have to do some work here. Wait, are they faster than my Master Gremlins? Oh my goodness. That's gonna be 20 first turn. Rough. Yeah, that melee penalty is probably going to come in handy for him. These aren't even close enough. Ugh, dumb obstacle. Can mitigate some losses here. That's good. We might... Yeah, these Master Genies are weak, though. So they might actually focus on the Master Genies now that they're so close. Right, sure. That's brutal. Wow. This has been very costly. Should have waited, I suppose. Save the Master Genies, I guess. But, at a great cost. I don't need to attack that one. This one. Defend. Actually, just block him for now. I'm not happy with this battle so far. Okay, they can't kill another one, I guess. Nice, good job. Dude, they made the AI smart or something. What the hell is this? I mean, I guess, like, the Master Genies are just so weak. Like, it's not that they have, like, low attack defense and they have low HP as well. Ugh. Like, I would love for them to have more HP if they would, like, reduce Naga health or something. I don't know. Nagas have too much health and they're slow as hell. Not viable at all. Unless you have, like, a massive ton of them and have expert haste. Yeah, I'll just save the magic for now, I guess. God. Ew. Fire magic. Yeah, that was, that was brutal. Wow. I mean, we saved the Master Genies for the Dendroid fight, I guess. Master Genies? No, Master Gremlins. Master Gremlins won't be doing that much damage there, but like it'll be something. It just sucks that I had to lose. How was it? 2 Master Genies? 2 Master Genies and roughly 18 Master Gremlins and a bunch of gargoyles. If we keep building this way, 5, 6, 7. That still fits. We could do just Naga's Citadel Castle. So I don't know, Giants are gonna be really expensive. God, that fight was rough. I don't know like how much I could have done. And I know for a fact that if I didn't have these Master Genies, I wouldn't be able to do that fight at all. Yeah. Probably get the offense. Do the crits, pass it along. Nila's probably just gonna go to the side town now, but Kyle will stay to help support this. Wow, what a rough fight. Okay, just go to the next turn. Actually, I think we'll be ending it here, so we'll end our turn. And of course, it'll be our next turn, but on the next time around, join me on my quest to probably lose less Master Genies, but it's likely not going to happen due to how Master Genies are. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.